we can change our perception of time. It's possible.
Because time exists entirely within us. When you go to sleep,
you could be 1,000 years old, you could be a baby, you could be an ant, you could be a whatever, and then you wake up and you're physical again, you're like,
oh, 8 hours, you know? That's pretty astonishing to me.
Things that sometimes seem like an incredible jumble and coming all at once and everything together doesn't have to be that way. We can
kind of shift, neither upset the rhythm or speed it up, slow it down.
Based on chemicals in your brain, so to say, you know, whether you're super involved with something or living in the moment.
But yeah, time is very malleable.
Try telling a baker that time is fluid.
When I'm cooking, like, I have a really clear idea of what time is. You sort of get to feel for what 6 minutes looks like when you're making cookies for 8 hours a day. But
they say as you get older, time goes faster.
The older I get, the faster these years are going.
So the older I get, the faster time moves.
As you get older, time passes more quickly. I can't believe that, like, I'm 71 years old now. Where did all that time go?
I want to think that it's all a big circle, all directions. I think that's a lot cooler. Yeah, I just do, man.
Or maybe it's better to think of time as a spiral, where we return and it's kind of the same, but it's not the same. Yeah, maybe time is a spiral, kind of like our DNA.
It's not even a spiral, it just is. You know what I mean? There's no end to now, and there's no beginning to now. It keeps moving. And yet it doesn't go anywhere.
I guess the analogy that I would use is a river.
And so we are drops in this big river.
And, water is recycled as we are recycled.
And so you're living out this time while being infinite and beyond time.
Certainly when I'm playing music, a 3-minute song can contain what feels like a universe.
Go to a concert and you were there and it's like, you're so happy, you're so connected that it's over. You're like, wait, what?
And I look at the clock and I can't believe 3 hours went by. I was so engrossed in what I was doing that you just lose track of time.
And I think to lose the self is to lose the dimension of time.
Like if you think of a space between a thought, we all have those. And I think that's where you're beyond the construct of time.
Maybe there's something beyond time, something eternal.
If we were somehow experiencing the real time, then it ought to be the same thing for lizards and for amoeba, and I don't know that that's true.
I think that's kind of a cool thing. Like, there's no objective measure of it except for what you're experiencing.
The tempo might be 120 BPM, but I might be feeling it at half time, 6/8. You know what I mean? I might be doing triplets and everybody else is doing 4.
We can be judgmental and say, oh, you're out of time, man, right? If you listen to it, there's a math to it that will work out.
We create our own rhythm based on the rhythms around us. It's a call and response. And if we're conscious of it, we can kind of dance with it.
There are structures of time that exist in the cosmos, right? But they're still just construct from the same source. And that source is you, so if you tap into that source, then time is a choice.
The whole concept of choice, having a left or right, a right or wrong, an up or down, that's what moves time along.
You're on the movie screen, and you're playing out your part, but you're also aware that you're the light that's creating the movie screen. And it's kind of this cosmic comedy where
Everything is a creation of our consciousness, and we can also accept that's a chair, and that's a door, and that you are you and I am I. Nothing is real, and everything is real.
You can go around in a circle like that for hours. When you're young, you don't think about it, except I want to be 21, then I don't have to listen to this garbage.
When I was little, I never really thought about the future or the past. I just was in the present all of the time.
In present. Always.
Am I really in touch with now, right? Am I really in touch with what's happening as I'm doing it?
in order to be in this reality that has birth, death, rebirth, death, I think that there is a time that is a part of us on a physical level.
When you're holding gauze against a pumping artery and it's literally going thunk, 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 it feels very physical then.
We take for granted so much about the structure of our physical being. And so becoming more in tune with that, I think, is a great way to change your perception of time. Just focusing on breathing.
Breathing is a more concrete measure of time. So time passes in breaths and heartbeats.
I might take a little time here.
Everything is flowing.
It's all happening now.
Like right now.
Now. Wow.
No.
Now. Now.
Now is another now. Now is another now.
We can now change our perception of time.
Right now.
All that matters is right here, right now.
It just feels so free.
Now.
And that's all there is.